Ever wondered how to craft a perfect bowl of ramen soup right at home? Welcome to the world of ramen, a dish that has captured hearts worldwide with its rich flavors and endless versatility. At its core, ramen soup comprises 4 key components: a deeply flavorful broth, silky noodles, an array of toppings, and tare, the secret seasoning that gives each bowl its unique character. Whether you're a seasoned chef or a novice cook, there's a ramen soup waiting for you. Embark on a culinary journey today and discover how to make your own mouth-watering ramen soup. To begin, gather all the necessary ingredients. Let's start with the ramen noodles. These provide the hearty base for our dish and are the defining element of any ramen soup. Next, you'll need broth. This could be chicken, beef, or vegetable, depending on your preference. The broth is the soul of your soup, providing depth and richness to the flavor profile. Now, let's talk about the seasoning. Soy sauce and mirin are essential here. Soy sauce lends a savory, umami punch, while mirin, a type of sweet rice wine, adds a touch of sweetness and complexity. To this, we add the aromatic duo of garlic and ginger, infusing our broth with a warm, spicy kick. Don't forget the green onions. They lend a fresh, crunchy contrast and a vibrant color pop. Lastly, consider optional toppings like boiled eggs, roasted pork, nori, and sesame seeds. These add an extra layer of texture and flavor. With these ingredients ready, we're set to start cooking our ramen soup. The soul of any ramen soup is its broth. And creating this soulful concoction is no less than a labor of love. The journey starts with your chosen broth. It could be chicken, beef, or even vegetable if you prefer a vegetarian take. Now, let's infuse some aromatic goodness into it. We're talking about garlic and ginger here, folks. These two not only add an aromatic depth, but also impart a subtle, spicy kick to the broth. Next, we're going to add a splash of soy sauce and a drizzle of mirin. The soy sauce lends a savory umami flavor, while the mirin, a type of sweet rice wine, balances it out with a hint of sweetness. Now here's the part that requires patience. Let the broth simmer for at least an hour. Yes, you heard it right, an hour. This slow, simmering process allows all the flavors to meld together, creating a broth that's rich and deeply flavorful. Once the broth is rich and flavorful, it's time to prepare our ramen noodles. Let's move on to the next step, shall we? While your broth is simmering, it's the perfect time to cook your ramen noodles. Now, the art of cooking ramen noodles is a delicate balance. You want to achieve that al dente texture, firm, yet tender to the bite. Begin by boiling a pot of water. As the water reaches a rolling boil, gently drop in the noodles. Be careful not to break them. As the noodles cook, they'll start to soften and separate. Stir gently, ensuring they don't stick together, or to the bottom of the pot. Now this is where it gets crucial. Overcooked noodles can spell disaster for your dish, turning it from a delightful bowl of ramen into a gooey mess. So keep a close eye on your timer and follow the package instructions to the letter. Once the noodles reach that perfect al dente texture, drain them immediately to stop the cooking process. With our noodles cooked to perfection, we're almost ready to assemble our ramen soup. Now comes the fun part, assembling your ramen soup. First, we'll grab a deep, wide bowl. This is your canvas, and the noodles are your first layer of paint. Carefully nestle a generous portion of your just-cooked ramen noodles into the bowl. Make sure they're still steaming. That's when they're at their best. Next, it's time to add the soul of the ramen, the broth. Ladle over the hot, simmering broth until it just covers the noodles. You want the noodles swimming, not drowning. The sense of the rich broth mingling with the fresh noodles is a symphony for the senses. Now, for the toppings. This is where you can let your creativity shine. Traditional toppings include slices of roasted pork, a soft boiled egg, green onions, and nori. But don't let tradition limit you. Love spicy food? Add some chili oil or kimchi. Vegetarian? Try roasted tofu or mushrooms. The beauty of ramen is its versatility, so don't be afraid to make it your own. Finally, for a pop of color and an extra layer of flavor, sprinkle some sesame seeds and fresh herbs on top. A little goes a long way. And there you have it, a bowl of homemade ramen soup, perfect for a cozy night in or a dinner party with friends. Enjoy your culinary creation.